City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks, and I got the Navy SB Jordan 4s releasing today, March 18th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on the shoe, and then I'll talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Suede on the toe feels good. Leather feels really nice. Navy blue eyelets. White laces. Blue text, red Jumpman. And I swear at some angles, like right here, these kind of look like military blue 4s. I know it's a darker shade of blue, obviously, but you can't tell me right here at first glance it don't look like the militaries. Got some red here inside the air bubble. The wings over here are like really rubbery, like they were on the first pair of SB4s. Feel the same exact way. See, I'm really fucking with the leather on these because not only does it feel nice, but it's also very consistent from what we can see so far, at least. Y'all know how crazy they can get with the defects and all of that, but like I said, real smooth right here. And if you look over here at the other shoe, right here on this side, in this area right here, is probably the biggest leather defect that I have on this pair. Now this is only one pair, so I really can't speak on the entire stock just based on that, but just basing it on the pine greens, you know, obviously every shoe has its batch of defective pairs, but those overall were pretty good as far as, you know, leather consistency, and it's looking like these are gonna be the same, hopefully. Back tabs say Nike SB. Top parts feel rubbery like, just like they do on the green pair. Backside of the tongue is navy, interior is white, and insoles are red and say Nike SB Air on them. Outsole is gum and white with a red Nike logo. It's really pretty much the same as the outsole and the green pair. The gum's just a little darker on those. They come in the same box the first SB4s came in. Jumpman on the lid. Jumpman and Nike SB logo on the side. Sail color on the box, slick finish. Another Jumpman and Nike SB logo here. Nothing over here. Here's the bottom. Inside they got the splatter pattern on the paper. And then some white paper under it. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 4 Retro SP in Summit White, White, and Navy. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's see they look on feet.
If I fucked your bitch, she told you we just friends. Lie to you again, that was just pretend. If I fucked your bitch, I probably got head too. No disrespect towards you, but that bitch don't love you. If I fucked your bitch, it's because she let me. Don't be trying to press me, cause shit could get messy. If I fucked your bitch, we keeping it real low. You might not ever know.
These are cool. Not a must for me, but I fuck with them. Leather feels really nice. They're really the same exact shoe as these, just navy instead of green. Also, the gum parts on the bottom are a little different. You can see there's a little lighter on the navy pair than it is on the green pair. But other than that, they're like exactly the same. I just like these so much better for some reason. I mean, maybe not so much better, but I do like them more than I like these. These are cool though, like I said. Nothing against the navy blue, but I feel like they probably would have been better off doing a different color for these. The navy looks good on them, but it just makes them a little too similar to like military blue 4s and midnight navy 4s, if you ask me. Now, I know the blues on these
and the militaries aren't exactly the same, and there's enough differences between the two to obviously tell the difference, but at a first glance they do look kind of similar, but really mostly because of the midsole. And having the same exact colors on the tongue as the Midnight Navies do, and the eyelets too, they definitely remind me of those as well from the front. But all that aside, these really remind me of a New York Yankees colorway. The gum parts down here kind of remind me of baseball field sand, and then obviously the navy, the white, and gray are Yankees colors. I feel like these would have had a lot more hype around them if they would have did that. Now, my opinion on that might be a little biased just because of where I'm from and being close to and around a lot of Yankee fans, but I definitely feel like being a Yankees collab would have gave these a lot more hype. Not that they needed it though, but it could have brought more hype to the shoe. You know, they could have did some cool apparel and made some more money off of that, but I can understand why that may not have even been a thought at all, because putting a baseball team theme on a skateboarding and basketball shoe is actually crazy now that I'm thinking about it. It's already odd enough they combine skateboarding with basketball. I'm still kind of getting used to that, even with having the green pair for as long as I've had them. Like, that's still just odd to me. So now throwing a baseball team in the mix would have just been too much. So never mind, I guess. But yeah, these are nice. I don't think I plan on keeping these for myself, but I might hold on to them for a little just in case I change my mind. Because I remember when the Pines first came out, I didn't really care for them like that. I actually passed on these at first, personally. But after a while, they started to grow on me, and as you can see, I ended up spending the block on them. So we'll see. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about these. I think we all would have appreciated these more if they pushed the release date back a little bit, because getting the Nigel 4s and the Cool Gray 9s back to back was already overwhelming. You had a pair that was already known to be limited and be hard to get, and people like, I really want them, but I don't want to pay that, you know, $500 resale for them. Do I do it? Do I don't? And then before people could even get over that and probably even come to a solution if they didn't hit for retail, the next morning Cool Gray 9s is coming out. Something that some people probably thought was going to be a little easier to get, which I'd say they still were easier to get than the 4s, but they were a lot harder than a lot of people thought. So you have two releases like that back to back, and then the following Tuesday they want to drop some shit like this first of all, on a Tuesday is crazy. That's probably the second most unorthodox day of the week to release a pair of sneakers. Like, it's not like we haven't seen it before. I've seen Jordans release every day of the week at this point except a Sunday, I believe. So it's not like super surprising, but it's just like, why a Tuesday right after a crazy weekend like that, you know? Like, people are still recovering financially from last weekend. So putting these out on Tuesday is just too much. You know, if they was releasing some bullshit or something a little bit more regular, I'd understand. Nah, this is banger after banger after banger. Like, I don't know what they trying to do here. But these coulda and shoulda had their own time. You know, like their own weekend, their own week. So people could like take the time to focus on them, enter all the raffles. Like, I just feel like a lot of that flew over people's heads because they're so worried about the 9s, they're so worried about the 4s. And before you know it, it's like, oh yeah, these are coming out Tuesday. It's too late to enter the raffles. It's bad time. Especially because the next couple of weeks is pretty dry. Next weekend is the low obsidian ones. Some shit's is mid. Nobody really worry about those like that. Weekend after that is the new Mama Year 3s, which those are nice, but they shouldn't be like an overwhelming release. I mean, I don't know what the stock is going to be like, but yeah, I mean, I'm not saying these should have shared the weekend with those, but I feel like these and those at the same weekend is better than Nigel's, Cool Grays, and these in a 4-day span. But anyway, then after that, April is mad dry, as of now at least. Like, it's so dry that I feel like they're gonna change some release dates and pull some release dates up into April, because like, it's just crazy that they dropped so much heat between February and March to the point where I know some people couldn't keep up, and then in April it's just like nothing. Like, right now April is just Ferrari 14s, low bread 11s, and low rookie of the year 1s. I believe that's it. Real ass. So April's gonna be dry as hell. Why couldn't these release in April? You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have had a lot more time to focus on these, some time to get another paycheck and, you know, have more money to get these. Like, I really don't get it. Hopefully this week is just the release time for the skate shops and some of the other retailers, and then maybe they'll release on the sneakers app sometime in April. That would make a little bit more sense, but at the same time, the way they've been limiting Jordan releases this year, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come out on sneakers. So I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Prices on these are between like $350 and $600 depending on what size, with most sizes falling in that $400 to $500 range. And I think we can expect prices to stay around there for the most part for now. I feel like they have enough demand to maintain those prices, but don't have that crazy buzz where everybody's fiending for them that's really gonna cause them to go up on release day. I mean, they may go up a little after release, but it won't be a big jump like we saw with like the Nigels, for example. And you know, after they've been out for a while, I could see prices going down a little, but not at that fast of a pace and not a large enough amount for it to really matter that much. So I don't think resellers should have to rush and get them off before a potential price dip, because I don't think there's gonna be one. And I don't think anybody who has to end up buying via the aftermarket really needs to rush and do so either. I mean, it won't be a cheap buy no matter when you get them, but I'm saying it's not like some releases where it's like, oh, if you don't get them by this time, they're just going to keep going up and up and up. They will go up, but I don't think it's gonna skyrocket to the point where you need to like panic and, you know, prioritize over something that they shouldn't be prioritized over. If you're gonna pay the aftermarket price, it's probably okay to just get them when it's convenient for you, as long as you don't wait like years, you know. I'm not saying they'll follow these exactly, but you see how these fluctuated over time. They was never cheap. If you want these, I'm wishing you the best of luck and get them in your size for retail. Unfortunately, if you haven't already entered the necessary raffles, then it's probably over for you getting these at retail, unless they do a sneakers at release. So hopefully they do. If not, hopefully you've entered those raffles for them, and I'm wishing you the best of luck in hitting on those. If this video is helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified. You won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.